Who's the closest person to you? I call her.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
No. Okay, I can see.
Yeah.
Is this going to be
tell
my
her your
accountability
goals?
partner?
Absolutely. You're going to tell her your goals. And we're going to have a nice little conversation right now.
Cindy,
and not that I don't trust you to call her when you leave here, but I don't trust you to call her when you leave here. Tell her she's live. She's going to be live on the Social Proof podcast. Call her and put it on speakerphone. We're going to hold you accountable.
Okay.
Yes. I hope she picks up.
I hope she does too.
All right. We are here, man. Podcastsummit.com. What we did was we were giving away interviews on the Social Proof podcast for ticket holders who took action and said they were going to meet us in Miami July 30th and 31st for the podcast summit, the premier podcast summit, the best in the world, man. We are bringing out the best of the best, the most successful podcasters in the podcasting space to teach how they did it. There will be 1,600 people in Miami, and we did a presentation, and Jessica here got her ticket, and she said, yo, I'm in there. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. You excited?
Very
Excited. What are you excited about?
Just to talk. I run my mouth, so I got a lot to say. So I'm excited to engage with people. I'm excited to finally get the podcast off the ground.
Yeah.
An idea I've been working on for a while. I bought your ebook a while back, and I've been, going through it slowly. It's a lot of stuff in there, so a lot to work with. It's literally a business.
Yeah, for sure.
So a lot to take in.
Yeah, that's another thing. Actually, we'll have Donnie, him 500, and some other people that are going to be like teaching business at the summit, because it is a business. Creators create. They have that creative mind. They just like, yo, I just want to have this beautiful piece of art. But if you don't have a business idea or a business path that you can take this art on, you'll just be a creative forever and not a successful entrepreneur or the success that we all see in our minds. And some people that are creatives, once you create the art, that's success to you and more power to you. But we want to teach business. So tell us about what you got going on right now. What do you do now?
Well, I'm what they call a low code analyst. I come from a background of teaching people how to build apps without coding on entrepreneurship side, and as of the past year and a half, an enterprise for people who want to have careers doing this.
Good. Okay. So you built apps.
I have.
And you help people understand how to build apps,
yes.
Correct? Okay.
And it's not just building apps, just like you said about podcasting. More of it is understanding the business of an app. How does this app make money? Hence the name of the podcast, Profitable Problems. Profitable
Problems is the name of your podcast.
Yes.
That's hard. Explain that.
Well, the idea or the premise behind any app idea is that it's going to be successful because it makes money. But in any business, you really don't make money unless you are actually solving a problem for somebody.
Yeah.
So if you have the solution to the problem, and in this case, in an application, you do it digitally, people will give you their money.
Yeah. That's a dope name, actually.
Thank
Did you get a trademark?
Not yet. I already have the domain name for about a year now.
Hey, get it trademarked.
Okay.
Before this episode goes live.
Okay.
Because that is dope. All right. So let me ask you this. What is the podcast about?
Okay. So coming from both sides of it, entrepreneurship, tech entrepreneurship, I show people the resources that they can tap into to get their first version 1.0 of their app off the ground, interviews with people who have already done it and they're successful at it. And then on the enterprise side, the very same skill, you can take it into the workforce. So in real estate, right? What if you work for someone, what skills and systems and technology you can put together inside of your organization to get a career, because it's like the best kept secret right now. I went from broke in the pandemic to six figures at a research company.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So on the podcast, you're going to be teaching people how to get into the tech space?
Yep. Teach them how to get into tech, teach them if they want to do this in their organization, like who they work for, try to get a better job in the space. I've coached people into 6-figure positions, or if they want to build their app and become an entrepreneur. It's the same skill, different markets.
That's dope. All right. So how can I help you? Do you have questions already lined up or what? What you got? How can I help you?
I think one of the main questions that I have, I know the communities already. I know how to interact with people. I want to get on stages to get the word out. So the podcast is one way of doing it. Yeah. How is it that I can use the podcast to get more reach, get on some college stages, things like that?
Got it. Okay. I think the more offers you create or the more things you have around a space automatically gives you more authority. So if you are in tech and you have I come to your social media and it's all tech tips, right? And you have a YouTube channel where you're sharing tech tips, and you have an ebook where you're sharing tech tips, and you have a course, and you have a podcast, and you have all these things around this one particular area. It allows you to be more of a put together package to be the solution to the problem that these colleges, schools, or whatever are having. It's not just, hey, I got this idea. And they're like, oh, wow, okay, so tell me about it. You're telling them, but because you haven't built a whole bunch of assets around you, it's hard for them to believe that you're an expert. Okay. But you got to have like more reach. So what I would say is on the podcast, you have an ebook or a book, some sort of book?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes, I do. It's called...
There's hesitation there.
Because
I'm a podcaster. I can see hesitation.
We're building on it, but maybe it's too much for an ebook. So we're trying to dial it back, either dial it back from an ebook or turn it into a premium video aspect of the podcast. But it's called Plan a Prototype Blueprint.
So it's not, you don't have the book yet.
It's written. It. Okay. It's written.
But it's not out yet.
No.
How long have you been writing a book?
You could say this is something I put down in literally a few days.
Oh, wow.
I know this stuff like the back of my hand. I've been doing it for a few years. Yeah. I started this when no one knew about it. Yeah. Why
you say it's too much for an ebook?
I feel like just like with application development, the idea here is to get to the end of the book. I feel like it would go over a lot of people's head without a little bit of hand holding. I've been in the space where people get stuck in analysis paralysis, and I would love to be there to help coach them through some of those things. So I just want them to have something that is tangible by the end of the book.
Good. Okay. So when are you going to have that done?
Oh, I can do that tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I'm telling you, this stuff comes very naturally to me.
Good, good, good. Okay. So you can have it tomorrow. Yep. Have you started your podcast already?
I haven't.
Okay. You got a lot of incomplete stuff going on.
A lot of moving about, finding us. I literally just moved here when you called me for this interview.
From when? From where?
From the West Coast.
Or how long ago?
That was about 2 weeks ago. We rescheduled.
Gotcha. Yeah, but how long have you been wanting to write this book, or how long have you been wanting to do this podcast?
Oh, the wanting to do it, it's been a while. It's been a while. But then I went into corporate, like I said, for the past year, doing research in the space, which, put my things on pause to focus on someone else's intellectual property. So now that I've released that contract, I'm back in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily buy that, because if you have a job,
not the kind of job I had.
Even if it's demanding, like a demanding job, I think is if you want to do something bad, especially like the way you understand the game, and you say, "Oh, I can do it in a couple of days."
I can.
And you're not working 7 days a week.
No,
because that's illegal.
No.
So you could took a few hours one weekend, and it could a few weeks or whatever. The reason I'm saying it is because we are good at what we do. And sometimes we're so good that we don't put the work ethic in.
Yep.
Because we're good at it. But the fact that I can knock it out in a couple of days, there's no sense of urgency, because you could pick any couple of days to do it.
Let me tell you what the real problem is.
Talk to me.
Even just last night, I had this issue. I know exactly what I have to do, but it's staying on track. There's so many distractions.
100%.
Oh, I got to do this, and then I got to do that. I spent so much time on Canva doing this, but what I really need to do is just get a website up, right? So it was just really needing to stay on the straight and narrow. And it's literally the exact thing that I want to offer to the people that I'm speaking to. That's what I need. Someone to keep me on the straight and narrow, or something to keep me like on the path without saying, all right, it's not time to do this yet. Do this right now, and we'll get to that later. So I would say I get distracted very easily.
I can see it. I can see that. I be seeing all through stuff only because I'm like when I look at you, I'm looking at me too. So I know the patterns and the responses of distracted people because I get distracted. The good news is we know that we're distracted, and I have some solutions to it. So here's what I like you to, because all the things that you have to do, they have to get done, just not at the same time. So for a distracted person that easily, and it is a gift because our brain can process mad stuff at a time. It's a gift and a curse because we're not going to drop a whole bunch of balls. We're just not going to do anything because we can see it all, right? So make a list of everything you need to do. So you got to complete the book. You got to get the website. You put the course program together, whatever. Get the podcast going or whatever. So all the things that you want to do is just make a list. And we're going to circle one of them. And that's what we're going to do.
Okay. It's so weird, like being in tech, we do everything on the computer, but then writing something down will get something done so quickly.
Oh, yeah, for
versus, typing everything out. But yes, simple solution, honestly.
Yeah.
I think I can definitely use those tools.
Yeah, if you see, especially being in tech and the whole world is digital, and people do their book reading, note taking, all that kind of stuff digitally, which, it preserves the information because it's harder to lose than like paper and books and stuff like that. But because everything is digital, everything's there too. You know what I mean? Your notes for all the stuff that you need to do are right next to your notes for your grocery list. It's right next to your workout routine. It's right next to the things you got to do for, like it's all in this digital world. But if we can take some of the stuff out of digital and get like a poster board and put it on our door, say, this is what I'm focused on every day, and knock it out. And I think a coach or accountability group will be really important to you as well.
Yes. I definitely have been looking for more accountability to say, like work on screen. If I have, I guess, do it the technical way.
Yeah.
Do live working on screen.
Yeah.
Don't even have to talk about anything. Just like, this is what I'm doing for the hour. Make myself sit down and do it. Someone's on the other side doing the same thing.
Good.
Yeah.
We have a deadline that we can create right now. So by the podcast summit, July 30th and 31st, what can we have accomplished?
Okay.
And when you do this, you're going to feel so amazing because you'll realize all the stuff that you had, you could do in these next couple months or whatever, right? But just piece by piece. So what all is going to be accomplished by Podcast Summit?
I want to have...
I don't care what you want to do.
Okay. What I am going to do is I am going to complete an episode a week.
Okay.
Between now and the summit.
Starting when? Today? Or?
Yes. I literally just got my equipment.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Very excited about that. I got it yesterday, so I'll start this weekend, and I will have an episode a week by the time we get to the summit.
And what are you calculating as a week? Sunday through Saturday or Monday through Sunday? What are you calculating as a week?
I plan to release every Monday.
Okay.
So sorting out or recording top of the weekend, edit, finish, and have it launched on Mondays. Okay.
Can I give you some advice?
Sure.
What you shoot during the weekend, whether it's like Saturday and Sunday, don't let that be the thing that releases Monday.
Okay.
So what I prefer you to do is to knock out, 4 or 5 episodes for the month, and then you pick one of those and you release that one this next coming up Sunday. Because it's a lot of pressure, because anything can happen, especially for us distracted people. Anything could happen during the weekend. And we're like, oh my gosh, now I'm scrambling to get something out. And then I say stuff like, oh, well, I'll just release it later.
Yeah.
But if we have a routine of recording and we got some stockpile, we can start pulling from those. Make sense?
Yes.
So it's not as much pressure to do it this week.
Okay.
Gift and curse as well, because the gift is, okay, we're prepared. But the curse is it takes away from our routine of recording, and eventually we're going to get down to 1. And then our habit starts to kick in. Oh my gosh, I got to do another one now, right? So you still have to have the routine of recording a particular day every week.
Okay.
Record a particular day and time every single week. So we record every Wednesday. We release every Monday and Thursday. So we got a whole bunch of episodes stockpiled. but I only release every Wednesday. So I don't care how many I got stock. I'm still recording every Wednesday.
Okay.
So we'll do like 1 to like 4 episodes every single Wednesday.
So you never run out of stock.
Never run out.
Okay, gotcha.
We don't run out.
Gotcha. I like that.
So, and it's not very rarely, like me and Donnie, we do ours more in real time, where we typically have like 2 in the can, but we're going to record every Wednesday. So we typically don't run out unless we're both traveling through that month and it's like, it gets crazy. But very rarely do we have to record and then release like that. You know what I mean? So yes. So a list of things. One is you're going to record 1 episode every week. But then you're going to go home and calculate how many releases you will have.
Okay.
Because the times you record, the episodes you record and the amount you release may be different.
Okay.
You might record 30 and release 10 because you're going to start on this. This is going to be my launch date.
Okay.
Got it? So that we can do, yes?
Yes,
okay.
I can. So you're saying start with just recordings first and then move on to okay.
So you may say that I'm going to start releasing June 15th.
Okay. I can do that.
Which means we got a few weeks to start stockpiling, but on the 15th or whatever day that Monday is going to be, now I'm starting releasing every single week, and then you'll be in your flow. And then by the time you come to Podcast Summit, you'll have different questions. It's not about how do I set up a camera.
Right.
Or you can't achieve a look that you're looking for. You can say, hey, Omar, he's going to be there. He's just phenomenal with equipment. Omar, look at this. What's wrong? He's going to say, oh, well, your exposure, your shutter speed. He'll be able to, you'll have something to show him.
Okay.
Got
awesome.
it? So, yes. So we'll have we'll be on X amount of episodes by Podcast Summit, but we'll have X amount recorded as well.
Okay.
Got it? But one thing I also want you to do is I want you to finish that book by then too.
I can finish the book.
You can?
Yes, I can finish
Or
the
are
book.
you going to?
No, I'm going to finish the book.
Sure.
2 weeks. I promise you, like I've been so supercharged about this since I've left corporate. Now I can deal with my own intellectual property and say what I need to say. But you said 2 weeks. I can do 2 weeks of recordings. I can finish the book this weekend and get rolling.
Are you dating anybody?
No.
No?
It's not in the works right now.
Not in the works right now.
Not for what I'm doing.
Who's the closest person to you?
I have a friend out in Columbus.
Out in Columbus?
Yeah.
I mean, not dating wise, but closest human to you. Like,
yeah, my homegirl.
You talk to every day?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I call her. Now.
Now? Okay, I can see.
Yeah. Can we get the bag for her? So you don't gotta get up. You don't gotta get up. I'm going to call her now.
Is this going to be
tell
my
her your
accountability
goals?
partner?
Absolutely. You're going to tell her your goals. And we're going to have a nice little conversation right now.
Thank you. Let's see if Cindy will
And
pick up.
not that I don't trust you to call her when you leave here, but I don't trust you to call her when you leave here.
No, Cindy and I, we have these conversations.
Good. Okay. Tell her she's live. She's going to be live on the Social Proof Podcast. Call her and put it on speakerphone. We're going to hold you accountable.
Okay.
All right.
I'm mad at
Great.
that. Let's see.
Yes. I hope she picks up.
I hope she does too. She's
What's
a
her
busy
name?
lady.
Cindy? Cindy.
Yeah.
Cindy. With an S or a C?
C.
C. Okay. Pick up Cindy. This would be great for content. Who else is close to you? Did you talk to on a regular basis?
Yeah, I forgot all about working out.
See, she's already my accountability partner on workouts.
Well, she forgot too. So, well, y'all, what we doing?
Cindy, this is, I told you I was on, going to do that podcast interview. We're live on that podcast interview.
Put the phone close. Put the phone close to the mic.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, Cindy,
Yes,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am amazing. Thanks for asking. Jessica has some stuff to tell you. I know it feels like Maury right now, but it's not that bad.
So, Cindy, we have just agreed upon a schedule for my podcast to be released and an ebook. So, for me to finish the ebook, yeah, I know. The ebook, the plan a prototype blueprint to be done by end of weekend, and to have recorded a stockpile of podcast episodes between now and the 15th of June when they will release. The first one will
Let's
release.
get it.
All right.
Okay, good. So the ebook will be done when?
End of the weekend.
End of
Sunday.
the week. End of this weekend by Sunday.
Yes.
Okay. So Cindy,
Yes.
here's the thing. Jessica owes you something if it's not done by Monday. So we need to figure out what that's going to be right now.
because she is so smart, I would take 2 hours consultation on my 2 hours consultation on how to release my master class.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. What else?
Then she can take me back to Cheesecake Factory. I know we're supposed to be working out, but come on, let's just do that.
For sure. Okay. So if she doesn't have it by Monday, she has to take you back to Cheesecake Factory.
Yes.
Right? Okay. All you can eat at Cheesecake Factory. And a free consultation.
Yes.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's going to hurt enough. So also, I need her to send you a $500 Cash App if she doesn't have it done by Monday.
I'm not gonna say no to that. Just I mean,
There we go.
Yeah, send me that now.
Okay.
We'll talk about me.
We've got some pressure. So do me a favor. Text her what we just talked about. 2-hour free consultation, a dinner at Cheesecake Factory, and a $500 Cash App if she does not have this book completed by Monday morning.
That is a grand total of over $1,300 worth of value.
That's a value right there. But that $500 Cash App is immediate value.
I'm gonna take it too, Jessica. I'm just letting you know.
I know you will.
So text her. This is a binding agreement, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, I better do sound good. She like, that sound good. Okay, so Jess, you got work to do, right?
I do.
Okay, good. Cindy, thank you so much.
Thanks, Cindy.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Cindy.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good. All right. So listen, when y'all see her in Miami, y'all know what to ask her. Okay. Let me see that podcast. Let me see that ebook. So look, let everybody know how to connect with you and what to look out for from you in the future.
On website wise, you can find me on profitableproblemspodcast.com. And where you should look forward to live trainings, just understanding how you can get into tech. This is simple. If anyone can do it, this is as simple as putting together a PowerPoint presentation. You can have your own app. You can automate your business. You can have a new career. So we teach you how to do all of that and interviews from people who have done it already.
I love it. I love it. Listen, make sure you find Jessica at the Podcast Summit. Listen, get your tickets right now, podcastsummit.com. We will have 1,600 creators from all across the globe, some of the biggest in the industry, teaching, coaching, and showing you exactly what to do to become successful. You will see a lot of people that have been on this very podcast, Social Proof Podcast, just walking around the hallways because I'm inviting all of them for free. In hopes that you'll be able to walk up on a HIM 500 or a Neo or Angela Yee or EYL and ask them, hey, can I get a 10, 15 minute interview? And I'm instructing them to say yes, maybe not to all of y'all, but the objective is to get as many people as possible to come so that you can get some interviews, okay? So go to podcastsummit.com and we will see you July 30th and 31st in beautiful Miami. And we're going to see this ebook. We out here. Peace. Good job. If you like the video that you just watched, click this one. You're going to like this one, maybe even more. Click it right now.